Hello and good morning and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about 4 reasons why buying a home right now is a good idea. Want to take it away?
So, buying a home in the midst of a pandemic. Number one, interest rates are low.
That's the biggest one.
Right. Number two, inventory is going to remain, in short supply.
It is.
And, that's going to be for the foreseeable future. So that's probably something that is going to work to your benefit as far as future pricing goes. There probably should be some built-in appreciation. Certainly not the reason to buy a house. Buy the house based on the price that you're paying for it today.
Right.
Make sure that that's a good deal.
It's something that I think both of us have learned is that we thought 2 years ago we were buying at the top of the market.
Yeah.
And we learned that we didn't,
Yeah.
clearly, because
Yeah.
home prices in San Diego have continued to go up.
Yeah.
So you can never predict market changes.
So I bought this house three years ago.
3 years
you
ago?
bought yours two?
Mhm.
Is it only two? Wow. So the market has really gone quickly up, and it's pretty amazing. But at the same time, with the inventory the way that it is, I think that coming out of a pandemic and coming out of the disruption to the job world and everything that we're seeing, there's going to be more movement after this is over. So we don't know what that's going to do to the market. That may create a glut of inventory. The way that people are leaving California, leaving certain cities, San Francisco has had the biggest exodus that they've had since I've lived in California, which is now going on 25 years.
Well, and on that note, I think that part of that exodus could possibly be San Diego could possibly reaping the benefits of it. So one other topic is that if your needs have changed, let's say that you were an executive in San Francisco and now you can live wherever, and all of a sudden San Diego is looking affordable.
Look, we've talked about this in past posts. I mean, we've had several people reach out to us from San Francisco, and they're inquiring about not only relocating out of San Francisco, but also doing a big asset transfer. So selling what they have there and relocating here and buying properties here, be it apartments or industrial or office or retail, whatever their property segment is. But also they're looking in neighborhoods like Rancho Santa Fe and Solana Beach and Encinitas, and they're amazed at what they can get for $2 million here compared to $2 million in San Francisco, or what San Francisco used to be like. Now, I know pricing has come down a lot, so San Francisco is going through a change too. So if you're in San Francisco, what a great time to buy if you're staying long term.
So back to that, kind of your needs have changed, and all of a sudden you are able to, maybe you don't need to be right next to your office place. Maybe you can be, we brought this up in the last video that you can click on, that all of a sudden it doesn't matter. You can buy an Escondido because even though your office is downtown, you're working mostly from home. So that commute isn't a factor anymore.
Right.
Or, I think a lot of millennials or people are entering in that time of their lives when they're thinking about what the next phase is. Are they starting a family? Maybe they don't want to be in such a suburban culture. Maybe they can afford to look at places like Alpine or Ramona or a little bit more on the outskirts that provide better school districts and things like that.
I think if you're coming from a high density city, like we've seen with Los Angeles, San Francisco, places like that, most everyone is searching for suburban.
Yeah.
They're going, I want space, I want a yard, I want, to get pets, I want to let my kids run free. And so I think that's a big draw to San Diego right now, and certainly to those North County neighborhoods. We're seeing, you and I have followed the Rancho Santa Fe market off and on over the last, I don't know, since forever. And that market has really changed a lot and has I feel like it's doubled in value,
And I think a lot of markets have doubled in value, but I also think that you can find really lovely new builds and lovely places that are beginning to be more conducive to lifestyles like El Cajon, and I keep on bringing up Escondido or Vista and San Marcos, and areas that maybe aren't city of San Diego but still provide you with the comforts of living next to San Diego, that provide you with all the culture of San Diego.
Right.
And yet you can afford a single family home, or at least one that's in an HOA for $600,000 or $550,000 or whatever it is. And
there's a lot of that.
And there's a lot of that. So if you are willing to kind of broaden your horizons. I
And
think that there are
branch
a lot of opportunities still there
Yeah.
for people that are looking, especially if they're looking for, if you're a first time buyer. This is, I think, more geared towards first time buyers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the most important thing is, get into what you can afford. Make sure that, you make money in real estate when you buy. You don't
Right.
make money when you sell. So always keep that in mind. I think the other thing is take advantage of the low interest rates. If you're in an environment, or if you're in a situation right now, the interest rate environment is never gonna be better. It's
That's very
never gonna
true.
be better. It has nothing to do but go up. So if you can take advantage of some of those factors and you can afford to do it, and you're planning on staying long-term, then it could be a really great time to buy, even though the market is pretty heated and, there's a lack of inventory. There's still a lack of inventory, meaning that, you may not find exactly what you want, but you can still find things within your price range.
Yeah.
So,
So there's still opportunity,
yeah,
and
there's
if you're
still
in a
tons of
position
opportunity.
where buying is something that you can consider, that you have enough job security and you have taken in all those factors and done
Yeah.
all your research, then now might be a great time to buy.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening.
Thanks.